Megumi Fushiguro's search for a special grade cursed object in the school shed at night, but finds it empty. Meanwhile, first-year student Yuji Itadori and his friends attempt to contact spirits. The school principal wants to shut down the spirit club because they need space for another group. To defend their club, the students present research, claiming the school grounds are haunted. Reading an article about a man who died and was buried in the playground 30 years ago, they argue that this is why players hear creepy voices and fall ill. The teacher dismisses their claims and says the sickness is due to insects' ticks. He also mentions the club needs 3 members, but Yuji is in sports club. Yuji clarifies he only signed up for the spirit club, but the sports coach enters saying that he changed Yuji's club without telling him for an upcoming match. Annoyed, Yuji agrees to a challenge to settle their club dispute. Meanwhile, Megumi continues his search for the cursed object. Megumi suspects there might be a dead body buried underground, which could explain the presence of a grade 2 cursed spirit at school. He struggles to locate the special grade cursed object, as it seems to be everywhere around him. Meanwhile, he notices students discussing a competition between Yuji and the sports coach. The coach throws a heavy ball 14 meters away, and when it's Yuji's turn, the coach believes he wins. However, Yuji surprises everyone by throwing the ball an impressive 30 meters, breaking the world record. His friends suggest him join a sports club, but Yuji declines, stating he needs to be home in the evening. He also tells his friend that they are too scared and expresses his desire to join their club instead. Inspired by Yuji's strength, Megumi say he is very powerful without curse energy and compare Yuji's strength with Maki Zenin clan. As the clock rings, Yuji rushes home. Yuji runs close to Megumi, and Megumi feels a strong wave of cursed energy from him. Before Megumi can do anything, Yuji quickly runs to the hospital to visit his grandfather. At the hospital, Yuji's grandfather tries to tell him something about his parents, but Yuji stops him. His grandfather says not to bring flowers, and Yuji explains they are for the nurses. His grandfather then says, "You are strong, so help others. When you die, the people who love you will be with you. Don't die alone like me." After saying this, Yuji's grandfather passes away. While Yuji fills out the hospital form, a nurse tries to comfort him, but he says, "I'm okay." Just then, Megumi arrives at the hospital. Megumi demanded the cursed object from Yuji, explaining that it was dangerous. He showed Yuji a picture of the box, and Yuji says, "Yes, I found it, but my friend took it," asking why it was important. Megumi explained that curses, born from negative energy, cause the deaths of 10,000 people each year because of curse created by cursed energy from schools and hospitals. Cursed objects are placed in such locations to seal them, but the seals weaken over time. Yuji gave the box to Megumi, but it was empty. Realizing that the cursed energy was coming from the box, Megumi quickly asked where Yuji's friends were. Yuji informed him that they were at school opening the seal, and asked if that was bad. Megumi replied, "Worse, they could die." At the school, Yuji's friends opened the seal, discovering a human finger inside. One friend asked, "Is this real?" Suddenly, a spirit emerged from the ceiling. Meanwhile, Yuji and Megumi run toward the school. Yuji asked if the seal would open easily. Megumi, running alongside him, said it's old, so it might open easily. Megumi and Yuji arrive at the school. They sense a great presence of cursed energy. Yuji offers help, but Megumi told him to stay outside. Inside, a cursed spirit asking girl about the time. Just then, the girl's friend appears. His face is covered by the cursed spirit. Megumi rushes inside, finding a cursed spirit in the hallway. He summons his divine dogs and immediately launches an attack. Meanwhile, outside, Yuji questions himself, wondering why he feels so scared. He asks himself, is it because of death? Yuji then remembers his grandfather's last words, to save others. Inside, Megumi kills the cursed spirit, only to face a much larger one. The new cursed spirit is eating Yuji's friends and the cursed finger. At that moment, Yuji came through the window, and Megumi shouts his name. With a powerful kick, Yuji saves his friend, saying, "My grandfather died properly, but this is not a proper death." With Yuji's help, Megumi quickly kills the cursed spirit. Megumi thanks Yuji for his help, and Yuji, pointing at the wolves, asks, "Is that a cursed spirit?" Megumi replies, "No, these are my shikigami." He explains that most people can't see them, but in special conditions like this, or when near death, they become visible. Yuji replied, "That's why I never saw any cursed spirits before." Yuji then finds the special grade cursed object from his friend. Megumi says that it is Ryomen Sukuna's finger. Just then, a cursed spirit falls from the ceiling. Megumi pushes Yuji, and his wolves saved his friends, but the cursed spirit captures Megumi. Megumi attempts to summon another shikigami, but the curse slams him against the school walls and throws him outside. His wolves turn into shadows and disappear as Megumi falls on the ground. The cursed spirit lands in front of him, and Megumi tries to come up with a plan. Just then, Yuji appears and starts attacking the cursed spirit. Megumi, impressed by Yuji's strength, says, "You should run away," but Yuji, "Decline it." Yuji fights the cursed spirit, but Megumi said, "It won't work. Only cursed energy can kill a cursed spirit." The spirit slams Yuji into the ground, throwing him beside Megumi. Yuji reply, "You could told me that earlier." Megumi shouts, "Run before you get killed. You are just in my way." Yuji asks why this cursed spirit only attacking the finger. Megumi explain, "Anyone who eats it gets a huge amount of cursed energy." Without thinking, Yuji swallows the cursed finger. Megumi yells, "Are you crazy? That's a special grade cursed object. It's like poison, but there's a slight chance you might survive." Just then, Yuji kills the cursed spirit with one punch. The cursed finger awakens inside Yuji. He tears Yuji's clothes and laughs. Life is only best in a human body. He looks at the city, enjoying his new life. But then Yuji grabs his neck and demands, "Give me my body back." The curse, shocked, wonders how Yuji is still alive. Megumi shouts, "You're not human anymore, Yuji. I will kill you."